Hi, Scorpio. My name is Marlissa. This is At Word from Mars Tarot. Y'all are number 5, so thank you for your views. I'm really contemplating on doing the readings next week in order, like, of the amount of likes that I get on each video versus the views. Low-key thinking about it. Maybe not, though. If you like it here, if you love it here, please like the video. Also, please subscribe, share. Sharing does help me a lot. So Scorpio, off books, the signs that I see here are Cancer, Scorpio, and Virgo. Cancer, Scorpio, and Virgo. Um, so, um, I feel like you're unexpectedly being called to move on from someone, or someone unexpectedly moved on from you. It could have been because you are superficial or demanding, Scorpio, and one of the cards out here, it calls for shadow work. So I pulled shadow cards, and those two things that I just said came out. So let's go ahead and get into it, all right? You see my hands behind me. I have a heating pad on my back, all right? I am a woman. I'm just a woman, okay? So the overall energy of the spread is, oh, and I also want to tell you numbers that I see here. I see 2, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 2, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And some of you all may be seeing 999 because I do, have those numbers here. So the overall energy of the spread is this moving on card, all right? At Lord, can't get my words out. The way he has his head like down like that, but he is walking. All right, like he is walking along the beach. It's like, you could tell it's like he's needing a moment of clarity, like, oh, brother, and the Eight of Cups is something that is heavy because it's very emotional and it's moving on from, someone or something that you really, really loved and cared about. Okay. There's kind of two energies here, and I will clarify, but I'm not going to do it because here's what I feel like. I'm gonna just go with it. So we have this spread your wings card here. All right, spread your wings. Which this would be about staying in your comfort zone or choosing to spread your wings and going in a new direction. I feel like God, Source, Spirit, Universe, whatever you believe in, has been asking you like, hey, you ready to spread your wings yet? You ready to spread your wings yet? Are you ready to spread your wings yet? Like, are you ready to move on from this person and see like what, we have to offer you? And I feel like you weren't moving on. Like, it was free will at one point. Like, do you want to spread your wings yet or not? And now I feel like you're no longer in a place of free will. I feel like God, Source, Spirit, Universe was like, yeah, let's wrap this on up. And it's time to rebuild. All right. So with this rebuild card, I'm so sorry for the glare, y'all. But with this rebuild card, in traditional tarot, this would be known as the Tower, sign of Scorpio. And I am going to read this card to you. But with this, like, the tower moments are not pleasant. They come about unexpectedly. It's literally like if I was, y'all know the saying, like, what is it? Pull the rug from up underneath you or whatever, pull the rug from underneath you. It's literally like that. If I was standing on a rug and it was something that somebody could pull from underneath me quickly and I fall, that is what the tower moment feels like. So there's something happening, Scorpio, if it has not happened already, that is going to feel like a tower moment for you in relation to your love life. It could be dealing with another Scorpio placement, and that could be their sun, moon, Venus, Mars, rising, north node, south node. All right. So if you know their charts and stuff, it doesn't have to be another Scorpio sun. So I feel like when this happens, when the tower moment happens, I feel like you're going to feel like defensive. All right. And it's going to be time to be in a place of resting and reconsidering. All right. Resting and reconsidering. What sign did that come out for? Hold on. Aquarius. You may be connected to an Aquarius placement. All right. Or you may have an Aquarius placement. But I do see a lot of, because look at this, rest and reconsider. And then we have this seek card at the bottom of the deck. And mind you, this seek card in traditional tarot is known as the Hermit, and it is for sign of Virgo. And this is that's a very introspection based like card. And I feel like you're going to be going within yourself about this partnership that either never came together, or this partnership that like you were in, and that you really wanted to believe in it and for it to succeed, but I feel like it didn't for whatever reasons. So it's also going to be time to do some confronting, but before I get to that confront card, I want to actually read this rebuild card for you all. Okay. So, collapse, expose, create, pretense, revelation, awareness. The dynamics of a relationship can often be complicated. The longer you've been in a relationship, the more complex it can be. Relationships begin to grow many layers consisting of joy, sorrows, honesty, and duplicity. As these layers build on top of each other, it becomes increasingly difficult to know what the core of the relationship is based on. What was once love may now appear to be merely tolerance, or worse. Even in good relationships, you may find yourself growing apart from the other person. In either case, the weight of these layers can cause a relationship to collapse. Now may be a good time to start fresh with one or more of your relationships. Peel off the layers one by one, cut away any pretense, and see what may be revealed. Find the core of the relationship and decide if it's still what you want and what you find attractive. If so, then discard the old layers and consciously create a new commitment with this person or persons, one based on truth, honesty, and love. Use the awareness by this exercise to steer the relationship on a clear, steady course. The same applies to rebuilding the relationship with yourself. Examine your many layers of joys and sorrows, successes and failures, and think about how they're affecting your ability to love yourself and therefore to find love. Expose the false voices that tell you that you're unworthy and silence them. When you do, your true value will be revealed. Rebuild your life around unconditional love for yourself and invite in unconditional love from others. Affirmation: I cut to the core of my relationships and consciously rebuild them. And again, this goes for, this is connected to like the Tower and traditional tarot. So yeah, it's time to go deep in Scorpio. That is what y'all do anyway. Like y'all feel deeply. You typically go deeply. And I feel like from what's here, it's like it's time to reevaluate your relationships. And I feel like a part of the reason why it's time to reevaluate them is because they've been superficial, or you've been operating in a superficial manner when it comes to your love life. And it's like, how are you going to be superficial and demanding? Like, and no offense, okay? So, we also have the third eye chakra here. So now it's time to look deep within. Your third eye chakra is here. It sees things that your two eyes cannot, or that they may struggle to see. So it's time to go deep within yourself. And this is more so about self, but also because who and how you are, Scorpio, has impacted your relationships. How you are is impacting how you've shown up in relationships, okay? So it is time to see things. The mantra with the third eye chakra is I see. All right. This confront card in traditional tarot is known as the moon. And this is like about fears and anxiety and things that are hidden, secrets, your shadow side. So it's time to confront your shadow side. All right. Sign of Cancer. It's time to confront your shadow side, things that may need to heal from from your inner child, not things that need to heal from your inner child, Lord, things that may need to heal from your childhood. So any inner child trauma, reparenting yourself. Maybe some of you had a parent or have a parent who is more so superficial. And so sometimes you can pick up on, you pick up on that quality and characteristic. So when I asked the shadow deck, which the quote with this, well, two things. May this oracle deck awaken you to greater authenticity by working through any hidden shadows of your personality. This is a shadow work deck. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people, Carl Jung. Shout out psychology. All right. So the card that came out was superficial. You care too much about outward appearances. Start with your inner work, your value, your self-esteem, and your personality. So Scorpio, you may care how things look. All right. You may care about how things look and versus caring about the actual depth and what's underneath all those layers. All right. Or you may seek people for superficial reasons, and then you're wondering why your relationships end up the way that they do. At the bottom of the deck, we have demanding. When displayed, you are most likely making the other person feel inferior. Check your anxiety and depression. So sometimes you're placing demands on other people, but do you place those demands on yourself? Do you have certain discipline routines within yourself, Scorpio, before you're barking at somebody else about your demands? And then even are your demands, are they related to something superficial? All right. So it is really time to go within. Okay. So I do see here. So another thing here with this spread that I guess I did not say yet is that I feel like that there's two different energies which has been coming out for the collective, but I feel like there is somebody that you're being called to move on from. Either you're moving on from them, they moved on from you, or and there's been some sort of force. And if it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen. However, at some point in time, I do feel like there's going to be a new connection because these romance angel cards that are coming out, I feel like are probably not talking about this situation, because if a tower moment is happening, it's fated. It's meant to happen. It actually had to happen, or else you probably wouldn't separate or rebuild the foundation with the person. So either there's a separation on the horizon and y'all may rebuild that connection over time, or this separation is going to be permanent and there's going to be somebody else that comes along at some point, and maybe that's when you'll actually be like truly open to spreading your wings, and giving someone else a try. All right. But we have flirt here. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. We have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So see this, you can't reveal your innermost selves to somebody and then be superficial, because you're not going to go that deep. All right. Then we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. At the bottom of the deck, we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So somebody who you're connected to, whether it's the person that you're going to be splitting up from or someone who comes along in the future, there may be a difference in, religion, or they could be more religious, you could be more spiritual, vice versa. I imagine if you're here, you're probably a little bit more on the spiritual side than religious, probably. All right. We have move on. Move on. We have addiction or codependency. So I could see this because it's like, if it only was going to take, not if only, if it had to take for a tower moment to happen in order for you to leave somebody the fuck alone, you are an addict or a codependent, baby. Love is an addiction too. All right. And then we have pregnancy. So this may be a warning. It's like, hey, look, if you choose to stick around with this mother, okay, this motherfucker, okay, you may end up getting yourself pregnant, and then you're going to literally be attached to that person forever. And that it does not seem like something that you would want here from this situation. Even if this person misses you, which it says excerpt, this says they miss you. This was at the bottom of the deck, and it says excerpt past love underneath. So even if you're in separation from this person, if you end up being in separation from this person, yeah, they may miss you. They may be a past love, but it seems like you're supposed to walk a straight line, baby. All right. Then the two cards that came out from my love deck, you have a love affirmation, and then you have crystals for love. At the bottom of the deck, there is rose quartz. So some of you may need to get some rose quartz that will really support you. Just saw 444. That may really support you with self-love. But we have garnet here. This dark red crystal is associated with vitality and commitment. Work with garnet when you want to rejuvenate or revitalize a relationship, as it helps reignite passion after the spark has died down. Applying garnet to the heart chakra or sacral chakra below your navel can activate passion, desire, and sensuality. This stimulating stone is especially powerful when combined with rose quartz, green aventurine, never say that, and lapis lazuli. I be messing up these crystals' names. I'm not gonna hold you. So yeah, rose quartz is relevant because this is the garnet card and it came out in here. All right. So get yourself some garnet. And here's the love affirmation, Scorpio. I will open my heart. In this practice, excuse my dog. There's somebody coming to the house. Miss living alone. I will open my heart. In this practice, you'll say a series of affirmations designed to open your heart and mind to giving and receiving love. Sit or stand in front of a mirror and read the following in a confident voice. I am willing and able to receive hope. I'm going to read every line twice just in case you're writing this down. I am willing and able to receive love. I have love to give. I have love to give. I am beautiful on the inside and out. I am beautiful on the inside and out. I will appreciate those who love me. I will appreciate those who love me. I won't give up on my pursuit of happiness. I won't give up on my pursuit of happiness. I will open my heart. I will open my heart. When you finish reading, hold your own gaze in the mirror for at least 1 minute. Heavy on the I will appreciate those who love me, because if you're superficial, how are you going to do that? You know, how are you going to do that? If you're stuck being superficial, you could be worried about the wrong things. So that is what I have for y'all, Scorpio. I am, fingers crossed for that tower moment, because those are not pleasant, but it does sound like that you need it. All right. So handle yourself with TLC and handle those around you as well with some TLC. All right. And grace. Love y'all. See you next time.